Okay, you may remember this story from the weekend. An unbelievable 308 kilometers an hour. That's how fast police allege an 18-year-old man was driving on an Ontario highway last weekend. And even Premier Ford shaking his head on this one.
You got to throw the book at these people because they're putting everyone's lives in jeopardy when they do something that reckless and careless. So it's very, very disappointing. That young gentleman jumped in the car and did that. But you know something? Thank God he's alive, and thank God his friend's alive.
And speed, just one thing to consider as Canada's Road Safety Week kicks off today. Joining me now, Sergeant Jason Kraft with Toronto Police Traffic Services. Sergeant, we're all shaking our head when we saw that story from the weekend, but it's just one of the many things that Toronto Police will be looking at when it comes to this week and reminding drivers. Now's the time to remind drivers about some of these bad habits. Sergeant Kraft, I'm not sure if you can hear me there. We might be having some technical difficulties.
I can. Sorry about that. Thank you. Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I think we're on just a little bit of a delay, but I'll just re-ask you that again. We were listening to the story about on the QEW, that youngster who was driving at 308 kilometers an hour, clocked at that, which is astounding. But speed is just one of the many things that you're looking at during this Canada Road Safety Week. So let's talk about some of those big four and your reminders for drivers.
Definitely the big four driving behaviors that we're hoping to bring awareness to and to change during this week and throughout the year is the four major contributors to our serious collisions. They include speeding, aggressive driving, distracted driving, and impaired driving. And officers will be out throughout the city during this week and beyond enforcing that message and making sure that our drivers are slowing down and acting within the law and responsibly.
Sergeant, what have you seen during this pandemic? Obviously, there are less cars out there on the roads, but what have the numbers looked like when it comes to some of these big four?
Sure. For speeding, as an example, we've seen an increase of almost 100% from just over 2,000 charges to about 4,000 charges in the last 2 weeks. Certainly an uptick in individuals taking advantage of our open roads and the less volume of vehicles on our roads.
Is there a message that you'd like to give to drivers, not just in Toronto, but everywhere, when it comes to shifting your mindset when we do eventually see more cars out there, what we just need to do as a group?
Certainly, we need to know that it's not socially acceptable to take advantage of our open roads as individuals are doing, excessively speeding. We all have a responsibility to play in road safety, and we have to do our part.
Okay, Sergeant Kraft, some good pieces of advice here. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
You too. Please be safe out there.